All right, and we are back. Justin Murphy from 951 Live. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Mr. Chris Simcoe, thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited to get into it and see where this goes.
Absolutely.
Again, my first time, so I don't know what I'm doing. We're just having some fun here, right?
Hey, that's all we're doing is having fun, right? That's what it's about.
Excellent.
Yeah, good stuff, man. So obviously, me and you had talked before. We're live right now, and we had a great conversation. Obviously, you didn't grow up; you really wasn't into bikes, but I still want to hear the background journey of the salesman, where it all started for you in the car world, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, growing up, my my dad had, I think it was like a 73 Camaro or something like that. And he'd tell me that, when I was riding in the back of it, I was always yelling, "Go faster," and my stepdad worked at a car museum, so I was always around a lot of, really awesome cars, 63 split window Vettes and DeLoreans and just all those just really old cool cars, 350 Shelby GT. And so just being around that and drag racing with my uncles and stuff like that, I just was always around racing and, and RC car racing. And then as a kid was into, racing RC cars, BMX. And so just always been a fan and, involved in some level, racing simulators, playing Gran Turismo going up, like Tourist Trophy was like one of my favorite street bike racing games that I got addicted to.
Bro, I still have that game.
Oh, it's sick, dude. I wish they would remake that.
They did. It's called Ride 5, Ride 2, Ride 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Tourist Trophy was fun. My brother-in-law and I would go back and forth battling on that on one track called El Capitan. And we got to the point where we'd race for a week and then finally beat the other guy by like 100th of a second. It got that tight. It was so fun. But yeah, man, always been a huge fan of racing. And I was working with a bath remodeling company and doing really well over there financially, but just was working a ton of hours and stressed out. And, showers is surprisingly not something I'm passionate about. So I decided that I would, try to make a change and got into working with a guy that had a marketing company and that kind of didn't really go anywhere, but ended up bumping elbows with Josh, who I believe is actually on now watching. And he and I just really hit it off. He's he's a funny guy. He's just a lot of fun to hang out with. And he's, amazing when it comes to video editing and cinematography and video and stuff like that. And so he was like, "Hey, dude, we're working on this, motorsports broadcast thing. Are you interested in coming over and doing some sales for us?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go." And he's like, "Well, it's going to be straight commission." I'm like, "I don't care. You said motorsports and sales, I'm in." So the rest is history, man. It's just been trying to build this thing up and make it really fly. So that's kind of how I got here. So
I love it, man. I love it. Start off in the car world. Now you're with 951 Live, and it's absolutely amazing. You get to do all the interviews, and you did one with a friend of mine, and she's actually on, and she's a friend of yours too. We got Bree. What is up, Bree? Yeah, she says, "Go, Justin." You keep.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, you're out there killing it too. You keep it up, Bree. BTR is waiting on you.
Yeah, making all the boys jealous out there.
Facts, right? Breaking all those hearts for sure. And then we got just keep showing up. This is going to be great. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. So, tell me about, the 951 Live, how all this come together, and what is your guys' visions with it?
So I wasn't there in the beginning. The two owners had started the company. Josh approached me, and I've been a part of it for probably right about a year now. And so we started out with a really cool autocross event that we're doing, which is freaking awesome, man. It's car porn. It's a bunch of guys out there that just love cars and competing for time. So it's not wheel to wheel racing, but it's still very, very competitive. It's a really cool show.
It's like rally racing.
Similar, yeah. They're literally just in a massive empty parking lot. They got cones set up, so it's a great way for a normal person to just go out and play and go race and start racing. And you can literally go out there with your mom's Camry or your Explorer or whatever and go race competitively and either racing against your time and trying to improve your skill set. But it's just great because, a lot of people are like, oh, I'd love to go race my Corvette or my Miata or my Porsche or whatever, but they're afraid they're going to wrap it around a pole or hit a wall or go off track or whatever. So that makes autocross really cool because, the worst thing you're going to do is spin out and, scuff the paint job on a cone. So you can buff it out and go right back out. So
don't take your mom's car and do that, people.
No, absolutely do that.
Yeah, absolutely do that.
And I think the rule is it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. But
and that's true in life, even with your wives too, right?
No, don't do that. That could be a very expensive mistake. That's worse than replacing the Camry. But no, so it started out with that event, and then we, I started calling a bunch of tracks here in Southern California, and just dumb luck, man. I called a whole bunch of tracks, and long story short, there was a gal that had answered the phone at CVMA or at Chuckwalla and said, yeah, I think there's an organization here that was looking for some broadcasting services. I'll have them give you a call. So, the head of CVMA gave me a call, Steve Ludwig, and we got on the phone, started chatting, and got along really good, hit it off, and put everything together. And so now we're that's the dumb luck part of it. I had no idea what CVMA was. I didn't realize that, it was the top level of club level racing in the United States. So it's just dumb luck. And then to have people like, Josh Hayes out there racing, who you've interviewed on your show. And there's just some killers out there. Eugene McMail's a killer out there. Alex Francis is killing it out there. So, there's some just amazing people out there that are just fast, man, just talented people.
And we can't forget about Brendan Kelston either, right? He's
yeah. And Bria.
Yeah.
Bria killing it. Yeah, her, Ryan, and there's another gentleman hanging out in the pits, and got to hang out with them and give them some stickers because we're getting all that swag dialed in. So looking official.
I love it, man.
But no, man. So that's where we're at now, and the vision moving forward is just kind of building on the foundation that we've already set. Going with what works, but constantly trying to move forward and just elevate the level of production. The 26-27 season for CVMA, I think, is going to be super exciting. There's a couple new elements that we're hoping to implement and just really elevate, the level of entertainment that we're providing to the people watching at home. So I'm excited about that. I can't share too much, but we got a couple of things we're going to be implementing. So I think it's going to be pretty magical. But yeah, man, we want to keep growing. We are not a motorcycle only thing, but the motorcycle racing has been incredibly exciting. And the people have been just unbelievable. Like the people we met out there, like just, obviously we went out there with the idea that, we were building this business, but the friendships that we made out there, just like you hear it every time when I do the pre-show interviews on the 951 Live show. Just the camaraderie is just outrageous. It's like you bump into someone you've never met before. They're like, oh, come on to my trailer and grab a beer and hang out. And it's just like everybody out there is just, it's weird. It's just like instant family. I don't know how else to put it, but it's been a lot of fun.
I call it our beautiful circus.
That is very fitting.
Yep. I call it
that is accurate.
Right? Yep. So it's the people you meet, it's unlike anything else in the world. It's very, very, so you guys do cars too. Is it the same type of atmosphere in the car world?
So that's kind of what we're aspiring to. Okay. So the autocross event that we've been covering, it's been really cool. We're just trying to figure out how we can make it more exciting and more engaging. And that's my focus. My job with the company is figuring out what events we're going to cover moving forward. And then also bringing on all of the advertisers that help support the sport, which is really kind of an awesome thing. Like when I was selling showers before, man, I felt like I was selling like, hey, you need this $14,000 shower. But now when I'm talking with somebody, it's awesome because it's just, one feeds the other. We're, a tire company, for example. Dunlop is, one of our sponsors at CVMA. So it makes sense for them. They're supporting the sport. And then, more people are seeing Dunlop, and you know how that thing works with your silly monkey brain. You see Dunlop 15 times on the broadcast, you're like, oh, I need to go buy Dunlop tires, not, whatever other tires. So it's been really awesome because, working with these people, like it's just a perfect fit, and it doesn't feel like sales. It's just, helping them get their brand in front of companies. And what's really exciting is because, we're starting up and we're not, we don't have millions of followers yet. It's really awesome that we can go to a advertiser and tell them that, for, as little as a couple $100, we can get you on a broadcast and put your name up there next to Dunlop and Law Tigers and State Farm and Pardo Veloce and all these big companies. So when you put your little known company up there with these other names, that your monkey brain goes, oh, that must be a well-known company. I just haven't heard of it because it's associated with those other names. So it's a really awesome thing to be able to do that for, companies that are trying to get some reach.
Oh, 110%. I like to call those friendships, not sponsorships, right? It's I feel like sponsorships like that, I don't want to say evil word, but it's something that, the competitors always talk about. It's always a revolving door with friendships, right? So yeah, it's great. You're starting out and, you can provide, people with advertisement at little cost. It's something that I need to start doing myself, right?
You should, man.
I know. I need
did you do any additional interviews, or I know you just crossed like the milestone of doing 500 interviews? That's incredible.
God, thank you. Yeah, it's I was crazy when I got the email. I was like, "Wow, what are you talking about?" I went back and looked. I was like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, yeah.
That's wild, man. Is there one or two interviews that you've done that really stick out in your brain?
Man, honestly, all of them are special, unique in their own way because everybody's journey is unique and special. It's what an honor it's been to be able to sit down and do this, right? Never thought that I would be able to, but all of them's got their special moments because everybody's special, right? And they're all my friends, and so it's been a journey, man. Just like with you, right? It's friendships you develop and people that I've looked up to and got posters hang on my walls since I was a little kid and signed to sit down and have a chat with them. It's like I'm pinching myself, right? Like, is this actually happening? And then the next day I wake up and I immediately pull it up on my phone and be like, did I really just do that?
That really happened.
Right. And then it's just like, and then I go to the races and they see me, they're like, what's up, Simcoe? And it's just my mind's blown, right? So it's
bonkers. I've experienced a little tiny bit of that already, and it's freaking weird. I mean, like the fact that, Jason Pridmore, knows me by name and came up to me on the paddock and like, hey, dude, give me a big old hug. How you doing? I'm like, this is cool. This is weird, but this is cool. And it's really neat. I think the hardest part for me out of like all the things that I'm doing is I very much value a friendship and a relationship and people in general. And I meet so many people so fast that my brain is just on overload, which makes it impossible for me to remember 400 people on the paddock's name. And I have CRS to begin with. So it's an incredible challenge. And I never forget a face. So I'll see somebody on the paddock and I'm like, I want to go say hi to them and talk about whatever we were talking about last time. But I'm like, I don't remember their names. So I have to like go through my phone and look them up on Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, that was Greg. Okay, cool.
I do it, man. Listen, I do it too because I get overwhelmed because all the people I meet, and I'm like you. I got to see her. I can't remember shit, right? So what I do is I walk over. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on, bro? It's good to see you again. Just like nothing, right? And then eventually they'll say their name, or I'll look over at their bike and I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I remember. That's CJ.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's funny too because I know, like, Josh actually would talk about how it is even more challenging for him because he's living out on track and seeing everything through the lens of the camera, bringing us all that awesome imagery. But, he doesn't even get to see the faces. He just sees the Power Ranger suit, right? Just flying by at 140 miles an hour. So it's what for him, like, I think what he said is that he has to see their plate number. He was like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so.
It's it's not easy sitting there watching all the bikes come by, especially when they're so far away. And I wear contacts and glasses and stuff, so sometimes I'm just like, "Who is that? Let me look down. What color bike is that? Oh yeah, okay, it's Justin Murphy, number 951 in the lead right now. Yeah, yeah. It's
so there was one of the racers that races out there, races at Moto America as well. Owen Williams. I was actually at a barbecue spot, and I saw this young kid wearing a motorcycle shirt, and I just went over and gave him a 951 sticker and told him what we did, so you could follow it and check it out. And he's like, "Oh, cool, thanks." And he's like, what racing do you guys cover? And I was like, "Oh, we cover CVMA." And then the mom was like, "Oh, my nephew races in that series." And I'm like, "Huh?" And turns out it was Owen Williams' aunt. I was like, what a small world. It's just crazy.
Yeah, speaking of Owen, he's absolutely an amazing human being. If you guys missed that episode, go back and listen to it because I did have Owen on. I'm gonna have him on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'll make a note of that. Yeah,
his dad. It's dude, I tried to. My wife was talking about the 500 episodes. She's like, "Can you sit down and name everybody you had on the podcast?" And I was like, "No, because I don't remember all 500 episodes." Right? Way to put me on the spot, but I do have a list. I can go and pull them up right now and show you all of them. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I try to keep up, man. It's hard, right? My brain is this small, right? Let's be honest.
I feel you, dude. Bird brain. I am blessed to be where I am today. I really am. To have had the path that I've had and doing what I'm doing now is just literally is a miracle, man.
I love it, man. I love it. So listen,
before we jump off of Owen Williams, real quick, did you realize that he's actually in our show opener, or was for this previous season? I'm not sure if it's going to be the same next season, but yeah, he's the show opener.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Owen's a character, man. Let me tell you, he's definitely a character for sure. Good kid too, super fast, man. I wish nothing but the best for him. Just like I tell all my friends in this beautiful sport. I tell them in person, and I tell them on the podcast. Whatever visions and goals you have in this sport and in life in general, man, I hope you achieve them 10 times over. And the same with you, Justin. Right? Whatever visions and goals you guys have for 951 Live and everything in life, man. I hope you guys are super successful with it. I love it. I watch it when I can. I don't watch every live CVMA with 951 just because I don't have the time all the time, but I do go back and rewatch it. Well, normally what I do is while I'm at work, I'll throw it on YouTube, put the earbuds in, and work and listen to it. So,
no, it's good stuff, man.
It is.
I love seeing people watch it. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you last time we chatted, but one of the things that really got me in the fields, man, beyond being a racing fan and beyond helping to build this amazing company, I bumped into somebody on the paddock, and they were talking. He came up to me and said, "Hey, I just want to say I really appreciate what you guys do." I'm like, "Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it." I was like, "No, you don't understand." He goes, My dad has not been able to watch me race in over 10 years, and because you guys are broadcasting this live now, he's able to watch me race, from the other side of the country." And I was like, "Dude, that's all tear." Like, that is just so cool, man.
Yeah, you don't realize in the position we're in the way we touch people's lives, right?
Yeah, that was a shocker to me.
Yeah, dude, I get it too. I'm just like, I'm a big hugger, right? So I give everybody hugs. People that watch this and listen that met me, they know that. I'm like, I don't do handshakes. Bring it in because it's more personable.
Yeah,
bring it in, baby. Let's get it in, right?
I shake everybody's hand, even if I don't want to. If I hug you, it means something.
Facts, 110% facts. We have Go and Ride says watching 951 Live connect sponsors to amateur racing is the recipe to keeping the sport alive. Go 951 Live. 100% agree.
Right. Interesting. It's a cool name.
That is a cool name, man. I like it, man. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in to listen to me and Justin talk today. It's awesome. So, Justin, tell me exactly what is your role with 951 Live?
So it's essentially, so I'm supposed to wear one hat, but I actually have quite a few hats. It's so funny. I get irritated, but it is my own fault, man. I'm a yes man. Like, I want to do everything I can to help anybody at any time. So my role is I forget what it says on the business card, but essentially I help line up the future events that we're going to cover, and then bring on the advertisers to that broadcast to, help make what we're doing possible and put eyes on those amateur grassroots level racers to get them more love as well. So that's supposed to be my job, but I end up doing just basically filling in anywhere that anything needs to be done. Like if you're ever watching the live broadcast, I'm, cruising through the back of the track in my Nissan Frontier, delivering lunch and ice and water to all the camera guys out there, because those guys work. Don't tell anybody I said this. No one's going to watch this, right?
No, nobody at all.
Those guys, I think, work harder than anybody on the team, man, because they stand in the sun for 6, 7, 8 hours, and it's bonkers, man. It's just intense. It's brutal. Even when it's cool outside, I mean, you still got the sun beating on you for 6, 7, 8 hours. In this last round, it was nasty. Like I thought for sure we were going to have somebody go down from heat exhaustion. It's wild out there. But went smoothly. But yeah, I'm out there running lunch to the guys, ice to the guys, helping to set up all the broadcast equipment and the camera equipment. And if a battery goes down on a camera, we go out and swap it out and make sure that everything just keeps running as it should. So, and then in between doing all that broadcast weekend, I'm out rubbing elbows and trying to build relationships and doing and then I ended up so I don't know whose fault it was, but I told my team that I had a face for radio, and they didn't understand what that meant. So they decided to take this mug and put it on our pre-show interviews. So apparently this became the face of 951 Live. I don't know how that happened, but here we are.
I love it.
Man, it's all been fun. It has been a tremendous amount of work, and I think that's why we are able to do what we do. I was doing some research, and so I'm not throwing around any. I guess I've already said the name. It doesn't matter. Like Moto America, from what I can tell, when they put their show on, they're doing it with a team of like 60 to 80 people and a multi-million-dollar budget. I'm like, how are we doing this with 10 people? Like it's incredible. It's like we're the SWAT team of live broadcasting companies.
I love it. I think it's great. I think we need more of it in our sport, especially given the voice and the platform and the TV time for the club racers and the amateurs and even the professionals out there doing it. And that's why I do what I do, and that's why I spread the love to all of them too as well, because it's very important to get their face out there and get their stories out there and get TV time and airtime, that helps them with their friendships and helps them along in their journey too as well. I love it, man. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, again, getting back to that, I feel more like a connector than a salesperson, right? It's like, hey, here's what we got. We can put you in front of thousands of people. If that's something that is appealing to you. Let's figure out the easy part, the numbers. But yeah, it's been an awesome ride, man. But yeah, like the reason we're trying to focus on grassroots is like just going way back to just being a race fan. A lot of the tracks that I used to go to here in Southern California, with my dad and stepdad, like California Speedway and like I never went to Ontario Motor Speedway because that was before my time. But there's over 100 tracks in Southern California. I'm sorry, in California alone that are no longer here. And that was just mind-boggling to me. And it just kills me because, like, you try to go to a track to share that with your kids, and it's just not there anymore. Or, you want to go to a performance shop to get new mufflers put on your car, and that performance shop isn't there anymore. And so to me, like, that's the really deep-rooted motivation behind all of this is, trying to keep motorsports and racing in, whether it's on 2 wheels or 4 wheels, keep it alive. Because like I was talking with the sheriff the other day, you see all these street takeovers and stuff. And at the end of the day, they're not bad kids. They're just making dumb choices because, well, they don't have a good option. We take away all their tracks and then say, don't race on the road. Well, what the hell do you want them to do? So it really is, wanting to, save motorsports and get these tracks to stop, disappearing. And, if all goes well, I mean, hopefully we can help to start, making more of those, performance shops and racetracks appear again. So that'd be amazing because honestly, like without shining light on the fresh and new blood coming into the sport, like it's going to die. It's, racing today is not what it was 20 years ago. It's not what it was 40 years ago. And if we can't, work on reversing that, it doesn't have a bright future. And I don't like a future without racing. That's really kind of, where my heart's at and why I really want to make this work.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We've lost many. Our newest one is pit race, right? That was a big blow to the community too, as well. It's I say it all the time. Our sports racing's never been cheap, right? It just gets more and more expensive, and it seems like lesser and lesser people are getting into it, right? And
yeah,
and the reason why people ride out here on the street because it's easier access, and it's like our dealerships. We had this conversation. You walk into a dealership, there's nothing about ASRA or CVMA or any Moto America, nothing. It's just, hey, we want to sell you 5 units. Give me your money and buy, right? And it's a missed opportunity. Really, and the only reason why about these track races and club races or whatever is because it's either somebody that does it or you have a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend that's into it, right?
Yeah.
So but it's easy for me and you, Justin, to go down to our local dealership or Facebook Marketplace, buy a used bike, get a GoPro, turn on YouTube and make some crazy antic videos and start getting views, right? It's a lot simpler than because nobody has the know-how to. It's not publicly aware.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny. I don't know how many organizations I've talked with over the past, month about potentially coming out and doing broadcast coverage for them. As a matter of fact, CVMA was one of them, where these racing organizations, they do a little bit of Google research and like, oh, I could just do live broadcasting myself. And then they go out and they spend tens of thousands of dollars on broadcasting equipment. And they're just like, I have no idea how to make this work. And so it's wild, and then you have other people that are out there and they're offering broadcasting services and they're literally just out there with their cell phone or got a couple of cameras strapped to poles around the track or whatever. It's just like, yeah, there's definitely a need for what we're doing because it tells the stories when you bring in the announcers and you're actually tracking the action. And it's really, really awesome seeing kind of where we're filling that gap. There's broadcasting and then there's broadcasting, and we're really filling that gap right in the middle, taking care of those exciting racing leagues that need, better coverage, or in some cases just coverage of any kind because they had nothing. And I'm really excited that, a lot of people, are gravitating towards what we're doing and love what we're doing and getting just nothing but positive feedback. So it's been awesome, and I'm excited that we're going to continue to grow and try to get closer and closer to, broadcasting at that, that pinnacle level.
I love it, man. ASRA's doing the same thing out here on the East Coast too, as well. They're doing live filming, which I think is absolutely matter of fact. I'll be at Carolina Motorsports Park next weekend commentating Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys out there, make sure you stop by and say hi. I'll be doing the interviews and all that stuff. So you'll see this here, right?
Good stuff, man.
So yeah, I think it's great. It's something that all sports really need, 4 wheels or 2 wheels, is that, even at the club level, getting faces to names and television time and all that stuff is very, very important for the sport, man. Let me ask you this, Justin, since you're, I want to say new to our sport, what's been your favorite aspect of our motorcycle beautiful circus?
The circus, dude. It is a circus. It is freaking chaos on wheels, man. It is unbelievable. It's funny because being a race fan and watching all this stuff from afar, just on the TV or whatever, and now spending more time at the tracks. I think the thing that has hit me is just like how real it is and how this is funny being a car guy, like how much more exciting motorcycle racing is. Because it's in cars, sure, you're bumping and rubbing and banging or whatever, but like on a motorcycle, you're throwing elbows and leaning into guys and blocking them, and it's just like it's nuts, man. It is exciting. So the thing that has really shocked me is how people could be mortal enemies on the track and best friends off the track. Like something about just driving past that pit wall, it's like driving into another dimension or riding into another dimension. It's absolutely bonkers because you'd think that they were going to come off the track and be throwing blows and they're hugging each other and telling each other good job on your PB, and it's wild, man. It's it really is that camaraderie, but also having that fierce, intense level of competition.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I asked my friends that come on that race competition, how do you separate that between the two, that friendship and that being
Right.
being enemies out there on track,
Yeah.
right? And some people can do it and some people can't do it. And the people that are not good at doing that, they need that. To me, it's like they need that motivation within themselves to be like, you're not my friend, you're absolutely my enemy, right? Like Mick Doohan was back in the day, or Jorge Lorenzo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They need to stay that way in order to have that
Interesting. Just
type
have
of
that
drive.
mindset and drive. Yeah.
Right. Where other people are like, yeah, it's no problem, but I will stuff your ass up on the inside in a minute, bro. Don't even get it twisted, right? But afterwards, yeah, come on by. We'll throw some dogs and burgers on the grill. We'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
I love you, Chris, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
Straight up, right? Which is understandable. That's why we're here, right? We're here to battle. So yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, man. It's just same thing in the UFC. 1 second we're blooding each other's noses, and next minute we're hugging it out. Like wild. Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's another world that we'd love to get into. We really want to just kind of be at the pinnacle of all of the grassroots sports. If it's exciting, we want to be there.
Yep. So
yeah, I mean, if anybody watching wants to talk about live broadcast coverage, feel free to reach out to me directly. My Instagram is Justin_951 live on Instagram, so you can message me through there, or on Facebook 951 live. And then obviously follow the YouTube channel and check out what we're up to. It's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. I love it.
Or if you want to advertise. So
I love it. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to give myself a little shameless plug there.
Bro, dude, you're good, bro. You're good. You have opportunity at the end too to give it all the shameless plugs out there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I love it. So, getting into other sports, that's something that, I've been doing too myself. I've been interviewing some car racers, and I've been getting into flat track, getting flat track racers on too as well, even though it's two wheels. But I think it's good to spread the love throughout all the racing world, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It all needs it for sure.
100%, man. It really does, man. So what is your broadcast schedule like for this season?
So this season's just about wrapped up. We got another race here towards the end of April. Give me 1 second. Pull up. CDMA's final race is going to be round 7. And that race is the 25th and 26th. So when we're broadcasting, we get out there on the day prior on Friday and get everything set up, make sure everything's dialed and ready to go. But yeah, racing is on the 25th and 26th. So that's going to be the end of this season, and I believe they get rolling again in October. So starting up that next season, which I'm super stoked about, man. We got a ton of great sponsors that we're working with currently, I think I mentioned a couple of them earlier, like Dunlop, Tiger, State Farm. They've been fantastic. Ricardo Veloce has been hugely supportive. Just Colin over there is an amazing guy. And they got a great team of racers over there, man. It's crazy. They got a pretty big presence on the paddock. And from the way Colin's talking, I feel like it's just going to get bigger. They got Gio over there racing, Gio Alvarez. He's a beast out there. He's super quick. And then there's a gal, Rachel. She goes by Little Legs out there. She's killing it. She's got a big social media presence. And yeah, there's a great bunch of people over there. So it's exciting stuff.
I love seeing women in our sport because they absolutely belong in our sport. 110.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't think they do, yeah, dude. And listen, I get a lot of shit too. People are like, oh, BTR, women in sports, this and that. And this is my thing for everybody. That's what I tell everybody. Look, us as men, we spend our whole lives doing what? Chasing women around. Why not chase them on the track too? What's the difference?
Why not?
That's no different.
I don't know if this is a nationwide thing or just a local joke at CVMA, but they talk about the girls' ponytails hanging out the back of their helmet on the track and referring to them as carrots, chasing the carrot around the track.
I love it. Chasing the carrot.
But no, we love that, man. Like again, going back to trying to focus on the grassroots and making sure that we're helping to grow the sport. We try to bring a lot of attention to the fact that it's not just guys out there ripping around the track on motorcycles. The girls are out there doing it too. The kids are out there doing it. I think I sent you the name and number of Johnny Lafayette. His son Sawyer Lafayette is absolutely killing it out there, and just breaking all kinds of track records. I reached out to him earlier and talked to him, let him know I was going to be on the show. He's like, "Yeah, cool. Mention our name. I appreciate it." Because his dad's owns a plumbing company, and they're putting everything they've got into supporting their boy, because he has just absolutely got the skills. He's just incredible. So, yeah, anybody wants to reach out to that kid and sponsor him, that'll be money well spent, because I am sure he will go all the way.
Yeah, you know what? You didn't send me his info. Send it to me after this, and I'll reach out to him.
My apologies.
I just looked. No, yeah, you're good. That's why I was looking down. I was like, did he send me that? No, I see Rusty.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I see Sawyer Lafayette. The young kid is Sawyer. Okay, but you didn't see.
Yeah.
You just sent me the YouTube video that I watched. Yeah.
Okay. I just wafted the pizza box after. I didn't actually give you the pizza.
Right. You just let me smell it. I was like, okay. You can come by later for a slice if there's any left. I love it. We got go ahead.
I'd love to plug in with more people to get on the show, man. I love what you're doing here.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll get them all on. I'm the same way, dude. Everybody. I do. One of my favorite things to do is do, I love the grassroots of racing. So I'll get the kid or the young adult on, then I'll turn around and get the father on too, right? And that way it completes it's a complete journey book up to that timeline standpoint in life, right? It's how
that's cool.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's great. Again, it's that grassroots, right? That's where it all starts. If we didn't have dads and grandpas into it, we wouldn't be sitting here. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, you got the moms and the kids, and it's a family affair, man. It's awesome.
It is. We have Go on a Ride says, I'd love to see 951 Live getting a supermoto. Let's go.
That would be cool. Supermoto is pretty exciting. We're talking with one organization trying to get those details worked out, so we'll see where that goes. But
love it, man. I love it. So You said CVMA, the last round's coming up. So what are you guys doing in between now until October?
Stressing out, getting ready, making sure we got our ducks in a row. That's pretty much it, man. I think we're going to try to implement a couple of extra things next season, and we may or may not be trying to test out a couple of those things round 7. So we'll see what that looks like. But I definitely tune in. It should be interesting.
Allegedly,
an awesome show or a big flaming ball of. It's going to be like the Titanic,
right? Hey, but that's how you learn, right? Like it's
man. We're always trying to push the boundaries and make it better.
That's what we do, right? I love it, man. I love it. So walk me through your typical weekend, man, as far as setup and.
That's a great question, man. Because everyone sees the show fire up at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. when the race goes, and then when it shuts down, right? But that is a great question. And there's many layers to that onion. Okay. So a typical broadcast weekend. So you guys know what I do, just pretty much whatever needs to be done, kind of jack of all trades, master of none when I'm, on set. So, So that my wife is the other part of the mix, at least from my perspective, right? So she's the one that does like all of the broadcast graphics. So other than the camera guys putting the camera work up on TV, she's the one that puts like up all the commercials, the banner ads, the race timing data, racer names, announcer names, whatever, any of that stuff that pops up, she throws all of that stuff up there. What that typically looks like is starting Thursday night, sometimes Wednesday night, depending on how it goes. But typically we wake up or she gets off work Thursday, comes home. We get the truck all loaded up and ready to go. As far as, all of our stuff for staying, on site for 3-4 days, whatever it ends up being. And then, all the broadcast equipment that she's bringing out, which is, multiple laptops and cables and fans and this, that, and the other. So cabling, just all that stuff gets loaded into the truck. And then, 2.5 hour drive out to Chuckwalla from our house here in San Bernardino. And then we unload all that stuff. We, get set up and camp for the night. And then wake up Friday morning and then get everything set up. And that's typically we call ourselves the Fantastic Four. So it's me and my wife, and then the two owners. So one of them is a broadcast engineer, and he's the one that's always switching between the cameras and basically kind of coordinating the whole show and doing that. And then Josh also, who is, he's just like myself. He does anything and everything that needs to be done, but does, primarily the camera work and editing and stuff like that. But they typically show up early Friday morning, and then we're, unloading the trailer, getting everything lined up, landing, everything out there that we need, all the, broadcasting equipment and computers and screens and monitors and all that stuff. And then setting up the backdrop for the pre-show interviews and the headsets and just getting everything dialed in. And then we get, all that set up so that we're pretty much dialed in, ready to go and ready to rock for the weekend. And then, we record the pre-show interviews with all the racers and sponsors and whomever's coming on. And then, early Saturday morning, we get up and get camera guys out on location, make sure everything's hooked up and everything's working right. And that way, when we go, live, we're all dialed in. And then from there, it's just, everyone's staying on their station and working. And it's funny because we get up at 4 a.m. and then we typically, if we're not going to bed till 11 midnight, getting everything shut down, making sure everything's dialed and ready for the next day. All the batteries are charged and everything's ready to rock and roll for the next morning. So it's, I think in football, they call it Hell Week. But yeah, it's wild, man. We're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, trying not to wake up the racers because we want them well rested so they can go out there and do what they do. So we're up at 4 and up till 11 o'clock midnight to get up and do it all over again. And it's a wild ride, man. It's funny because I want to get to the point where I've done my job well enough that we've got tons of sponsors and advertisers, and I can sit home for a weekend and watch the show from the couch. I want to see what that looks like because it must be really nice.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I wanted to ask, because not a lot of people know what goes on behind the scenes to make the show happen. And the sacrifices and the long hours. It's just like races, right? People show up, the fans show up at the race, and they see Josh Hayes and all these people, Owen and everybody else, right? But they don't know the travel and hardly any of the sleep and the long hours everybody puts in, and then pack it all up on Sunday and make those 8, 6, 12-hour, 14-hour drives home to be back on work on Monday on 2 hours of sleep, right? Trying to adjust your body to be like, I just want to sleep for a week, dude. What are you kidding me right now? And just keep it. But it's that love and that passion of the sport that keeps you motivated, that keeps that drive. I always tell people I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah. No rest for the wicked.
I have all the time in the world to sleep then, right? So
I'll sleep when there's not work to do, but every time I wake up, there's work.
And it's too much, right? Sometimes it's like, but it's yeah, man, it's great, man. It's I figured it was a lot of work that went in behind the whole.
I had no idea what the hell I was getting myself into.
I bet.
I honestly, I don't think, with the exception of Steve, I don't think anybody knew what they were getting into with live broadcasting because he had already done it previously. But I mean, I'm sure when it was new to him, he was like, "What the hell did I get myself into?"
Right?
It's. My experience as a photographer is almost nil, but I mean, I think live broadcasting is infinitely more challenging than doing like typical like photography work or film work, because there's no backup. There's no when you're playing like Forza or something like that, you can bump that button because you didn't hit the apex right, back up 10 seconds. You can't do that when you're live. Like, your mistakes are there for the world to see, so you got to be Johnny on the spot. And that's what I think makes the camera guy's job so damn hard. Like, we were between races where there was a red flag or something like that, so there wasn't anything going on, and Josh threw me on one of the cameras out on track. He's like, "Here, jump on the sticks for a few minutes." And I don't know if they were on like warm-up laps or what, but the bike went down the straightaway, which wasn't too far away from us. And I was like, yeah, okay, I got this. And I'm panning with the bike. I'm like, this ain't that hard. No big deal, right? And then as that bike gets further away, and every little tiny movement that you make on the sticks, when you're moving the camera, just the slightest movement will completely throw the bike off frame. And I'm just like, how the hell do you guys do this, man? It's absolutely insane. I am a very like hand-eye coordinated person, but like it's next level, dude. It boggles my mind. like I can't keep the damn bike in frame, more or less keep it exactly where it's supposed to be in the frame. I'm like, I don't know how they do this. It's incredible. And then when you add to that the fact that they're standing out there in the sun for 8, 9 hours or 7 hours or whatever it is, just getting baked in the sun. Like after 5, 6 hours in the sun, I can't walk straight,
I'm ready to take a nap, right?
That's the challenging part, man. Yeah,
it is.
That's the challenging part too. These camera guys got to be tanks.
With you saying that too, big shout out to all the corner marshal workers out there too as well.
Yeah.
Because without each and every single one of you, we wouldn't be doing this. So we wouldn't be able to show up and do live podcasts, much less come to the track and have fun. So big shout out to all the corner marshal workers too as well.
Absolutely. I think they're going to end up being a little bit of the show, because we wouldn't have the show without them. I always tell the racers, they're like, hey, we really love what you do. And I'm like, we love what you do, because if it weren't for you guys out here racing and doing what you do, we'd be out here filming lizards and dirt.
Right. And nobody wants to watch that.
And none of this could go on without, the entire crew at, CVMA. And it's just, I don't think most people understand all the work that goes in on their end. We see a lot of it, but we don't. I bet you there's just as much work behind the scenes that we still don't know and understand and see. So it's incredible, man. It takes a whole community to make it go down. And so it's really neat that we get to come in there and show the world what that is. And CVMA, I think, is unique in that way because, and I'm not trying to hype up CVMA. I've heard multiple people from different racetracks and different race organizations talk about how, they get, podium every single time at their event, and they come out to CVMA and they can't get in the top 10. Like, the level of competition is just incredible. And I lost my train of thought when that happens. But yeah, there we go. Back on track.
Hey, I'm laughing with you, buddy. Trust me, because I do it too sometimes. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah. Ooh, look at the squirrel. Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
I think that's really what makes CVMA unique, is that, you've got, incredible top level racers out there from, Moto America, and I think maybe even a couple from MotoGP. I'm not sure, but you got these top level racers out there, and, intermediate and amateurs and everywhere in between. And nobody sees the race, or nobody did see the race, right? It was just this amazing thing that happened in the middle of nowhere. And it was kind of like that whole, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound type of thing? Like, there's this amazing race series going down in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, and nobody knew that it was happening unless you were, a racer or a family member, or maybe a big fan that followed one of the racers that was uploading YouTube videos or whatever. So to be able to go out there and, put a magnifying glass on this amazing thing in the middle of the desert has just been super cool. And that's actually made my job pretty easy, because you have so many sponsors that are throwing a couple bucks at, supporting the track or a racer or something like that. So for them to throw a couple bucks at, the broadcast, now they're putting eyes on all of the racers, and they're not just getting in front of people that are there at the track, but now they're getting, in front of thousands of people. So very, very cool. Very exciting stuff, man.
I love it, man. I love it.
Blessed, lucky, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah. It's I feel like we're at where we're supposed to be at, right? Life always dictates directions that sometimes we don't understand, and opens up doors. And it's up to us to walk through them or walk past them and open another door. So yeah, I feel you on that, man. I feel very blessed to be in the position I am too. So trust me, I feel you. We got Johnny Lafayette in the house. What is up, Johnny?
Hey,
he says,
what's up, Johnny?
Justin, Josh, and the whole team on 951 Live has made watching spectating a game changer. We appreciate everything they all do. Thank you.
Man, I need my tissues. Thanks, Johnny. Love you, brother. Yeah. So that's the dad of Sawyer Lafayette, who I mentioned earlier. And that kid is absolutely killing it. And yeah, dad is always out there wrenching and busting his butt all month long. I think they live up in like the Washington area or something like that. But yeah, I believe he owns a plumbing company, but I could tell that man just works his ass off and puts everything into his boy. And that kid is just incredible. At this last round, he was racing, I believe. He may have been qualifying. I don't recall. But long story short, he had gone down, wasn't able to qualify for a race, messed his fingers up a little bit. They ended up, getting bandaged up there on the track. Went to the hospital for a couple hours, I guess, came back, and the plan was that, he wasn't going to ride for the rest of the weekend. And the lion heart inside this kid apparently just said, nah, fuck that. We're going to go, and we're going to go hard. So he did not get to qualify for that race. And then he started in that race in the very back of the pack. I don't know for sure. I want to say he started in like 37th position because it was a large pack. I could be mistaken on the number, but that kid went from 37th place to first place in, I believe, an 8 or 10 lap race. Josh actually just made a really cool highlight reel or a highlight video. I think it's like maybe 15 minutes long or something like that, but just showcasing that whole thing. And it's just like, that is incredible. I mean, I saw this kid just bleeding out of his hand the day before, and I'm like, oh man, that'll ruin your weekend. Nope, not for this guy.
Love it, man.
Just went out there and blew everybody's doors off, man. Like, unbelievable. That kid has got so much drive. It's unreal, dude.
Oh, good.
It's really, really exciting to see that.
Johnny Lafayette, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Shoot me a message, man. It would be an honor to get you and your boy on the podcast. 110%. Don't forget, message me, Johnny. And then, of course, we got 951 Live on. He says, they say, we cannot wait to bring more events to you soon. Yes, from supermoto, karting, sand drags, and autocross to MMA and much more coming very soon. Thanks for having us on the show. Listen, it's an honor to have you guys on the show. Thank you for accepting the invite, my friends.
Here I'm trying to keep these secrets under my shirt. They're just like, yeah.
They're blabbing them out, right? Like, let's go.
Whatever.
I love it.
At least, hey, I can't get in trouble for it if they're doing it, right?
Facts. And then Johnny Lafayette says, Masonry Company, LOL, love you too, brother. Love it.
Yeah, see, that's my 400 people on the paddock problem. You talk to so many people and you get them crossed up, and I look like the asshole.
Hey, I do it too, man. Right? Hey, there goes that squirrel again. Oh my God, I love it, man. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful circus. It's funny because when I was growing up, my mom always used to say it takes a village to raise you, right? And I was like, no, it don't.
Yeah.
It's dad's off on an aircraft carrier flying, and it's just you. What are you talking about? And then when I have my son, I see it. I'm like, it does take a little small village to raise a child. But the same thing in the race community, whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, right? It takes a village to raise one rider, as far as mom and dad and outside sponsorships and the friends that help along with the cause. Yeah, dude, mechanics. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes not a lot of people see, and it's
oh man. So I interviewed Sawyer Lafayette in one of our pre-show interviews. You got to check that out, dude. It is one of my favorite interviews that I've done so far. It is so funny.
How old is he?
I believe he's 14. Which is bonkers to me because my daughter is 11 and I can't even imagine her on a motorcycle.
Right. My son's 13. I wish he'd get his butt on his motorcycle.
My daughter scares me on her bicycle.
My son, we got a little electric scooter. He's got a brand new dirt bike. He's ridden like 4 times. I ride it way more than he does. And we got little electric scooters. We get out and mob the neighborhood. We're out there at midnight. Yeah. Mom's like, don't stay out too late. We're like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
1 o'clock in the morning, like, what are y'all doing? We're mobbing the neighborhood, girl. Leave us alone. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Get down there and jump in the creek. Yeah, it's antics.
One of my buddies gave me an electric scooter for the kids because it was just a hand-me-down, right? And he just got some new scooters for him and the kids. And so Adeline jumps on that thing, my daughter, and she freaking goes ripping down the street. And I happened to be in the front driveway. I don't know what she was thinking. I mean, she was probably 10 at the time, so maybe I don't know what I was thinking. I shouldn't maybe let her on it, but she's ripping down the street, and she thinks, I don't know, like she's on like one of those old school push freaking scooters or something like that. Like she puts her foot down to slow herself down and just wipes out. I was like, oh my God. Well, luckily just, little cut on her knee or whatever wasn't a big deal, but it looked like it was going to be all bad.
It's funny because with my boy, I'll tell him something. I'll be like, "Hey, man, I wouldn't do that," or try to give him some piece of advice, and he looks at me like,
Whatever, Dad.
"Whatever, dude." And then my buddy will tell him the same exact thing, and he'll be like, "Okay, I shouldn't do that," or whatever. And I'm like, "Bro, I just told you that. Like, what are you talking
a lot
about?"
of that going on.
Right. So now this is all I say. I just give him advice. Hey, I probably wouldn't do that. It's fine. I got in too well. He's like, okay, shut up. And then it either ends well or it don't. And when it don't, I don't even say I told you anymore. I just look at him and, are you okay? Yeah. And then I start laughing.
Yeah. Or what's even worse is when you give them the warning, they go out and do the thing, they get hurt, and they're like, why didn't you tell me not to do that? I'm like, I did.
Come on now, get with the program, right? Yeah, I love it, man. Being a dad's the greatest thing ever, though, man. It teaches you so much, you know.
Yeah,
love it. Man.
You've heard that joke, right? You know why God made kids so cute?
Why?
So you don't kill them.
There's some truth to that because I know there's been many times I wanted to be Homer Simpson choking the shit out of him like he does Bart, right? Just like, and hey, it's double-edged sword, right? I'm sure he feels the same sometimes too, as well. And don't even get me started on my wife, right? Because I know she's probably listening. So I love you, babe. Of course.
Hey! This is live. You can't cut this, bro.
I know. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yesterday was actually my wife's birthday, so we got to spend the whole day together and went and got a bunch of stuff. We're setting up a new aquarium, so she's all excited about that. Should be really cool.
Good. Well, happy birthday. Make sure you tell her.
Happy birthday, wifey.
Yeah, happy birthday. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, man, this has been awesome, dude. We're an hour into this already. I kind of want to transition to the second part of the podcast where we get to know Justin away from all this crazy 951 live and everything. First question, I do want to say, you said you had a camping story you wanted what's the camping story? Let's start off with that. So
there's two. There's one that was traumatic, so we won't tell that story. Maybe next time. Okay. That's funny. This actually just came up the other day too. Okay. So I don't know, 20 years ago. So I'm 23 years old and I go camping with my Uncle Jason down in Leo, Korea. It's a big, annual family thing for him and his family. And so he had invited me out there. We were out there camping and this couple comes into the campsite next to us and they got this Airstream trailer and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. My now wife, then girlfriend, her parents have a Airstream trailer. Yeah, this story actually came up yesterday at her birthday dinner. And so I went over to talk to this couple, this blonde lady and this dude, whatever, I don't remember what the heck he looked like, but the blonde lady was kind of hot. And so I go over there and talk to him and just was it's like, hey, cool Airstream. My in-laws got an Airstream and they're on to the Airstream trips and all that. So I figured they knew each other because it's like a tight-knit group sort of thing. And they're like, oh no, we just got it, so we really haven't met anybody yet. But it's really nice. We love it. We're doing some upgrades. Come check it out. And so they took me in their trailer and they're showing me everything. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Congrats and blah blah blah. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to be here all weekend. So if you guys want to come over and hang out by the campfire, we're playing guitar and, singing some songs and just hanging out and stuff. And they're like, okay, cool, thanks. And so I don't know, I probably spent 15, 20 minutes with this couple. And when I go back over and tell my uncle, I was like, yeah, so I just hung out with them for a few minutes. They're really nice. And he's like, okay, cool. So the next couple days, this blonde lady is like going out of her way to like smile at me and wave at me and stuff. I'm like, is this lady flirting with me? What's going on? She's married or got a boyfriend or what? This is weird. What is happening? And I couldn't put it together. So I'm like, that blonde lady that I met last night, dude, she's like waving at me and smiling at me and just like way above and beyond. Like, this ain't normal. Something odd's going on. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. So anyways, 2 days later, I leave. I have to go back home on Monday to go work and get back to the rat race. And my uncle calls me and he's like, I'm going to change the word that he said because it's not politically correct. So my uncle said, man, you are so lame. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you're so lame. I'm like, yeah, I heard that. What are you talking about? He's like, I can't believe you are so lame. I'm like, I get it. What are you talking about? He goes, you don't know who that lady was? I'm like, what lady? He goes, the blonde lady that was camping next to us, you idiot. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Who was she? He goes, it was Pamela Anderson, you moron. And yeah, so completely oblivious. Like, I don't know if it was an age thing or what, but it's like I was 6 or 7 years old or 8 years old when, Baywatch was a thing. Like, I don't know how I was supposed to know who she was. I'm 10 years behind my uncle. He probably had posters over on his wall in his, bedroom. I didn't.
Probably, right? Absolutely, he did.
But it was still kind of funny to be able to say, yeah, I hung out with Pamela Anderson.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
My 15-minute claim to fame.
I love it. I love it.
Me and Pam go way back.
Yeah, we go way back. Right? I wonder if you two were to meet today, if she would recognize you.
I doubt it.
Right.
Honestly, I wouldn't recognize her either.
Yeah. She's not as good looking as she used to be. I'll say that for sure. So, dude, listen, tell us something we don't know about you at all.
I'll try to make it interesting. That's a tough one. I'm kind of an open book, so I guess most everybody out there doesn't know me at all, so it shouldn't be that complicated. I don't know. I don't know why that's such a difficult question. Let me think on it. What's your next question?
Look, even 951 says, yeah, tell us something. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, we're waiting.
Hey, you guys are there and got big mouths. Put me on blast. What's something random? Doesn't even have to be true. Just embarrass the shit out of me. Let's go.
I love it, dude. I love it.
That's the crew I work with, man. We work hard and play hard. So
okay, well,
they're gonna bring the
they're gonna bring. Okay, so 951. In your opinion, what is Justin's worst habit?
Oh, damn.
What do you think your worst habit is, Justin?
Let's see if I can guess. I'm brutally honest.
I'm brutally honest. I love it. You gotta
No,
be.
it's a joke. I was trying to set up a joke. Guy goes into an interview and the HR person says, "What do you think your weakness is?" I'm brutally honest. Well, I don't think that's a weakness at all. He goes, "I don't give a fuck what you think."
I love it. Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm OCD. Like I've got to have everything in its place, or at least that's how my brain functions. And I don't know like where it came from. I used to be a slob like every kid, and then one day I cleaned my room and I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of nice." But then it got really bad. Like I would hang my shirts and they all had to be like 2 finger widths apart, and that way they weren't touching and they didn't get wrinkled. And my dad used to bust my balls and say that it was like you could perform surgery in my room.
I love it.
So yeah, OCD. But yeah, having 2 young kids has kind of broken me of that, because there's no having things in order when you got kids, man. You could walk to your whole house and sterilize everything, and you come back to it looks like there was a tornado.
Every day, all day long. It don't never stop. It's 24 hours a day, too. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
You know what really amazes me is the restraint of my team. That they didn't just throw something out there and put me on blast right now. That is not like them.
Oh, they said, no, that's not it. The dude talks way too much.
That's my job.
I love it.
There is definitely somebody on the team that talks way more than I do.
Calling you out now. I love it.
Yep.
Just keep showing up. Says your dreams of being a PA.
So that's production assistant, and that's the one thing I bitch about, because I want to focus on bringing in advertisers for the company and growing this so we can build the team and make it bigger, and do a better job for all the viewers. And I can't do that if I'm moving ice chests.
My 951 film says Pepsi.
Yep, that's my daughter chiming in there. It's her putting me on blast. Pepsi has been my one drug in life.
Besides my kids, right? Yeah, 100%. 951 Live says we love Justin. We could not do it without him.
Oh,
thank you guys.
I don't know who typed that, but they're really kissing ass now.
Hey, and this is not April Fool's Day, so none of these are jokes, right?
They do everything late, man, except for broadcasting. They do that on time.
I love it. I love it. Oh my God.
That might have been an April Fool's joke.
Might have been. I love it. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Is that something you do too as well? Do you read or listen to any audiobooks on your travels?
That's a unique thing about me. Actually, I'm illiterate, so I only read audiobooks or listen to audiobooks.
I only read audiobooks too, right?
I'm not actually illiterate. I when I do want to like absorb information though, I always watch a video because I'm just very visual, or prefer to listen to audiobooks just because you can do that when you're on the road or what have you. So,
are you currently listening to any audiobooks now?
Not at the moment. If I were going to recommend one to somebody, there's an amazing book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And I know that one does come on an audiobook, but it's definitely like one of my two favorite books that I've ever read. And the books I read are always just on business. But that one really applies to anything, whether, you're trying to just get in better shape or be a better parent or be a better, motorcycle racer, whatever the case may be. It applies to everything. And the basic concept of the book is just that at every step in your life, it's really, really, really easy to do the right thing, but it's equally as easy to do the wrong thing. Like, for example, if you're trying to get in shape, it's really easy to eat the salad, but it's also really easy to go to the pizza instead. And while, eating the salad is not going to instantly get you in shape and the pizza is not going to instantly, make you gain a bunch of weight, making the right decision consistently over time is going to get you the results that you want. And it's just literally that's the basis of that whole book. And it's really, really pretty powerful. And the stories that he shares in there are really, really cool.
Oh yeah. I love it. I listened to Change Your Mind, Change Your Diet. I forget the author. Is really
I've heard
good.
of it.
Yeah, it's a really good book. The book I'm currently listening to now is The Art of Racing in the Rain. It's actually a movie. They have a movie too. Yeah, dude, the movie is absolutely amazing.
I don't know if it's on Netflix or Apple TV, but I think we bought it. Is that the one where he's involves the dog as well?
Yeah, the race car driver with the dog, and it's told through the story's told through the dog's eyes. I love that shit.
Yeah, that's a tissue movie, isn't it?
Bro, like so my dog passed away. Charlie, it's been almost a year now, and I've been wanting to watch this movie, right? My wife's like, "You're not ready?" I was like, I woke up one day, I was like, I'm watching this movie. I literally sat down, I got 4 minutes into it, and I'm just crying my eyes out as soon as I see the dog on TV. I'm like, "Ah!" My wife comes around the corner, opens up because I put this barn door up in my TV room, right? So she slides the door open and she looks at me.
You big baby.
She's like, "You're fucking pathetic. I told you wasn't ready." Oh, that's so good. Yeah,
that's funny.
Great, man.
That's funny. My wife always busts my chops when I get emotional in movies, but she won't watch emotional movies.
No,
at all. Like, dude, if it makes you laugh, she's down. If it's exciting, like an action movie, she's down. She's like the typical dude, right? But you want to watch something scary? Nope, not going to do it. You want to watch something that's like, racing in the rain where it gets you in the fields? Not going to watch it. I just watched Madison, I think, or County of Madison or something like that. I think it might be a spinoff of Yellowstone, but it's got Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell in it. Freaking amazing. So good. But yeah, get yourself a case of tissues because you're not going to be a man watching that show.
I heard that was a good show. I watched Yellowstone. That's the spinoff, I think, of Yellowstone or whatever. Yeah, I want to start.
It may be, yeah. It's so good.
Me and my boy were watching One Piece, the live action on Netflix. That's something me and him are doing. It's based, I guess, on a cartoon. It's actually a really good show. My wife enjoyed it. She's like, "This is a really good show." So
One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece. It's on Netflix. And then my son, with that space launch that just happened yesterday or whatever, dude, he's all on it, right? I was always like, if you ask my wife, I'm a conspiracy guy because I question everything. I'm like, prove it, show me the facts, right? So I'm like, we didn't go to the moon. So my son's watching this and he's showing me all. He's like, I proved Daddy wrong. We're going to the moon right now. Look at this, Daddy. Blah blah blah. So it's a little joke we got going on. I love it. It's absolutely awesome.
That's funny.
It is. It's hilarious. Let me ask you this: what's the one superpower you wish you had?
Superpower. So there's two things bouncing around in my head. I always thought it would be amazing to be able to know what people are thinking, but I think that comes across as, or could even be used in a bad way, even if my intentions were good. So I don't want to do that, but I wish that I could make people be honest. I feel like there's so much wasted time and energy and effort and emotion because people aren't willing to just be honest. If someone was just like, hey, this is how I feel, or this is what I think, you could save so much time and heartache in this world.
I agree.
Sorry, you were probably looking for like being able to bend steel or something.
No, I actually seen a squirrel. I was lost in the moment there for a second. I was like, "Ooh, look at a squirrel!"
Pulled a Justin.
Yeah, I pulled a Justin. Dude, I mean, it's a great answer. I used to say I want to fly like Superman because he was always my favorite growing up. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, I would like to teleport. I could just teleport anywhere I wanted to go at any given time. Rad. I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go to watch Phillip Island. Boom, I'm in Australia with the, just like this. Hey, I'm going back home, or I want to go hang out with 951 at CVMA. Boom, I'm in the paddock. Let's go. And boom, going back home. That would be my superpower, is teleportation.
That would be wild. I had a random thought because yesterday the wife and I got to just hang out for the whole day and talk. It was amazing, and I've got to figure out a way to get back to that, man. You get into marriage and bills, and life, and household responsibilities and kids, and that whole relationship thing just goes. And what relationship? This is a job. Yeah. So it's nice to get back to that every once in a while. But no, we were chatting about God knows what, and this random idea popped into my head. I was like, I wonder how long it would take for me to get back to present time if I could just like snap my fingers and then go back and basically like relive life, but be able to fast forward it or press play, as you saw fit. Fast forward through the bad times, relive the good times. Like, how much time would that take me? Would I be back in like 30 minutes? Would I just go back to that one time? Or would it take me like a month or maybe years? How long would it take you to get back? Like, how much of your time would you have to give up to go relive your past, or the portions that you want to relive or rewatch? That was just bizarre.
I love it.
And that's how my brain operates. I was going to say works, but works is very flattering.
Yeah, I get random thoughts too. Sometimes I'll tell my wife, she looks at me, she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, what? I'm just speaking my mind, right? She's like,
who ties your shoes in the morning?
Don't, right? Yeah, just stop it. Yeah, she, without the love and support of my wife, my queen, I wouldn't be able to be in this position to do what I do, right? And you're right. It's exactly what you just said. You get married, you have kids, and everything's like this routine. It's like we're almost just roommates instead of husband and wife, just because we don't have time for each other, right? So we've been really focusing on
messed up.
Spending time together and putting the phones down and just doing our thing. Yeah. So it's
those things are a life suck, man. They ruin everything.
They do.
It's terrible. Yeah, I think that's a big part of why we have so much like just disconnect in the world. Yeah. Like nobody like even calls anybody anymore or hangs out and has a barbecue on the weekends. Like it's just so rare. Like everyone's just like, ooh, I got 36 likes on my post about the taquitos I ate yesterday. Yep. Who gives a shit? Go hang out with somebody and tell them they fucking matter. Go spend half an hour with someone you care about.
Yeah. Honestly,
there tomorrow.
Right, dude, and that's one thing that I've never been. My wife will even tell you she's proud of me of that. That I don't really get into the whole analytics of the podcast. Like I don't really go back and look and see how many views. Or at the end of the day, I don't do it for that. I do it because I love to do this.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, man. I was going to interrupt you and say it's because of the friendships. I can already tell.
Yeah. So it's
just this is the third time you and I have ever spoke, and I feel like I could totally like have you over to the house and hang out. Like,
you just wait till I fly out there and we get to spend time together. They're going to be like, 951's going to be like, them two can't be together no more because it's nonstop this the whole night, right? Slip them a roofie in their drink so they'll go to sleep. Get them to shut up, please. I I love it. Well, and that's the whole reason why I do the whole video, the phone call with you, and I do the pre-video chat. That way, when we get to this moment in time, we're already friends, right?
Yeah, or if I'm like a complete square, you could be like, yeah, this isn't happening, dude. Sorry.
No, absolutely not. Right? Yeah. We'll definitely schedule it in the future, right? We just want to see
if this on the first of never.
Yeah, right on the first. I never heard of that. Well, good. That's awesome.
We'll do it on the 32nd.
Oh my God! Hey, let me ask you this: what's our go-to karaoke song?
Oh, that's a good one. I like Inside Out, Eve 6.
I like it. I would probably.
I'm not singing it right now.
That's all right. We'll save it for the 951 live.
Because I can't swallow my pride.
That's all right, dude. When I'm there, we'll do it together. We're in this together. We'll figure it out, right? We'll make it happen. I would do Journey or a Sublime song.
There we go. There you go.
Something like that. Get out there and show my ass. It's good stuff.
Let's do it, man. Get your ass out here. We'll go hit up some shitty little dive bar and sing karaoke. Or I got the setup in my house. We'll do it here.
Sounds good.
We'll big old 951 party in my way too small house. We'll get like 30 people over here and break some shit.
I love it, dude. I'm in on that.
Aquarium.
Yeah, we can't do that. I love it, man. Well, listen, Justin, this has been a proper mega time, man. We're an hour and 16 minutes into this. I have stuff I got to do today, so I'm going to end this here in a minute, but no worries, because we're definitely going to sit back down and continue this conversation. Matter of fact, I would love to sit down with everybody from 951 Live on a podcast.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, let's do a whole 951 Live show podcast. We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
I'm sure they would love to jump on. Just be prepared, man. It's a wild group.
So it's all good, man. I'm wild too, so we'll fit in together.
110%. It will be chaos. It'll be beautiful, somewhat organized chaos.
That's the same thing as a beautiful circus, right? It's the same thing. Beautiful, organized.
Welcome
chaos.
to the circus.
Welcome to the circus, bitches.
So one of our one of our mottos at 951 is onward and awkward.
Love it. Onward and awkward.
Welcome to the circus. I dig it. That's good stuff.
Onward and awkward.
Well, thank you so much, man. This has been a real treat. It was funny. I was just looking forward to it, and then like the time flew by, and then it was time to do it, and I was like, oh shit, that's tomorrow morning. Damn.
Already? Let's go.
Yeah, flew by.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you give all your shout outs. I'm gonna actually let you end the podcast. Before I let you end it, I gotta take a little bit of time and give all the shout outs to all my friends too in the sport. So the first thing I want to say is, I always say, Justin, is, man, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an honor, and thank you so much for everybody that watched this podcast and that watches this podcast. Without each and every single one of you, with all the likes and subscribes and just watching in general, I would not be in this seat doing this. So it's nothing but love to each and every single one of you, and I absolutely mean that, because again, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, right? So thank you. It really means a lot to me. Big shout out to K-Tech Suspension. If you guys ain't on K-Tech Suspension, I don't know what you're riding on, but you need to be on K-Tech. Big shout out to SFL Mini GP, Jersey and South Florida. That's where a lot of the future legends of the sports coming out of. I mean, the list goes on. You can go back to at least 10, 15 years back and just see all the names that's coming out of there. And their program's absolutely amazing, Justin. So basically all you do is register and show up. You don't need a bike, boots, leathers, gloves. They provide everything for you, which is absolutely amazing. Whether you're 70 years old or you got a 4-year-old that you want to throw on a bike, this program's set up for everybody. So go to sflmini.com, gp.com, and make sure you register and sign up. I got 2 friends in the industry that make the best undersuits in the world. You're not going to go wrong by ordering from either one of them. The first one up is my man Tate from 64 Degree Racing. He was kind enough to make me 2 custom undersuits, and they are my favorite undersuits in the world. I absolutely love these things. The second one, and I'm sure you know exactly who I'm getting ready to say, is Mama Aliki from VenomSport.com. You guys can go to VenomSport.com and get you an undersuit from her too as well. For all my friends that race out there in California, my boy Ant Lee Terry's got a program, the Racer 411 program. You guys absolutely need to sign up for. For all my UK friends out there, you guys can go to clothingkings.co.uk and get all your Pin to Gas podcast merch. That's where this hat come from, the Clothing Kings. That's where my soft shell jacket is from, and my beanie hats. Everybody's always always ask me where they get them from. That's exactly where I got mine from. But I got news coming out here shortly, so you guys stay tuned because some new merch is getting ready to drop here in the United States, which I'm super excited about. I also got 3 friends, Justin, in the industry that make graphics. The first one is Dripping Wet by Chris Grizel. The second one is my man Reese Brody from REB Graphics. And the third is my man Gus Rodeo from GRG Designs. Again, you're not going to go wrong by ordering from any one of them. You know, I'm big on keeping it in the industry. Don't order the shit off of Facebook. Don't order it off of Target or Walmart. Keep it in the industry, people. It's very important to buy from your local vendors at the racetracks, whether it's CVMA, CRA, wherever they're at. Keep it in the industry. It is absolutely a huge deal. For all my veterans out there, my buddy Jim Whitman's got an organization called Vet2Track. It's vet2track.org. Gets all the veterans and like-minded people around race bikes at your local racetracks and puts you on a team, whether you're putting the bike up on the rear stand or walking stuff out the hot pit and setting it up, whatever. It's an absolutely amazing program. You guys absolutely check it out. Last but not least, big shout out to all the corner marshal workers out there. Because again, if it wasn't for you guys and girls out there doing it, we wouldn't be able to show up, and the people in the ambulance too as well. If you wasn't out there, we wouldn't be out there doing track days, having fun. 951 wouldn't be out there doing what they're doing, because without you, none of this is possible. So thank you to each and every single one of you. We are looking for some corner workers in Moto America. So if anybody's interested, please reach out to me. I can hook you up in the right direction and get you connected with the right people to get you out there. It's an amazing, you actually get paid in Moto America too, to be a corner marshal worker. You get the best seat in the house and free tickets, free parking for the whole weekend, get to hang out with all your favorite heroes and racers. So why not go check it out? But on that note, listen, I hope everybody has a beautiful, amazing Easter with your family, because Easter's already here, which is crazy. We're in April already. Where's the time fly? It's such a thief, right, Justin? It's like, it's funny because before I had my son, it's like, dude, I had all the hours in the day to do whatever it is I wanted. As soon as my son got here, it's like, I don't have time to do shit, right? And
Yeah,
it just goes by.
You're not a kid no more.
Yeah. Real quick, 951 says, if you don't sing it, you're fired.
Oh, damn.
We're waiting, Justin.
Oh, they want me to. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's about the karaoke song. Not singing the whole thing. But I started to. I threw out the joke earlier.
You did. If you don't sing it, it didn't happen. I love you, 951. I like you guys. Yes, and guys and girls. Absolutely.
I'll give you the first verse is, I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow mine out, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. So
there you guys go. I love it, man. Well, Justin, thank you so much. Give all your shout outs. Tell everybody where they can find you, 951, on all the social platforms. Tell all the sponsorships where they can find you to sign up and be part of the program.
We'll do. I want to know why I don't get the hearts when I do it.
I don't know. You should be able to. I don't know.
It
does, dude. It does balloons. It does raining. It does all kinds with certain hand gestures. I ain't figured them all out yet.
You're just the magic man.
Yeah, right. I'm pulling everything out. Right, all the stops. It does. Yeah, I don't know. It does. It does what it wants to do. Right.
Unfortunately, I don't have swag from every one of the sponsors and supporters that we've worked with. But first off, I want to thank my team for the opportunity and being able to work in this industry. I want to thank everybody at CVMA from Steve Ludwig all the way to all of the corner marshals and everybody, because again, we couldn't do what we do at 951 without you guys. We would have nothing to film. It would be real boring to just watch the desert dirt sit there and a lizard run through every once in a while. So we love and appreciate you guys. Outside of that, just a handful of people that have really helped support us, as advertisers and sponsors. So, if you guys really want to support 951 Live, just make sure to go and purchase something from every one of these companies. That'd be great. So Dunlop and Racer's Edge Performance, Ripardo Veloce. They got some amazing Aprilia bikes out there in Chandler, Arizona. And then Law Tigers, got State Farm. So if you need to get your stuff insured, give them a call. And then Rider Gear. So Tony's out there doing an amazing job making some amazing leathers and keeping everybody out there safe. And then again, for our veterans, we're working with a group called Warriors in Need. And they're basically helping people transition from getting out of the military into aviation jobs. And then Race Pace Track Days. And then Apex Assassins, Lido Graphics, Unical Racing, Lap Snap, and Anthony's Leatherworks. And then Compact Octane Track Days has helped us out and supported us as well. So that's just a bunch of people that have come together and really supported the sport and kind of shared their love for what we're doing and trying to keep the sport alive. So if everybody wants to go spend a couple bucks at those companies, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Go get you some new tires and leathers and get you some good auto insurance. But no, man, thanks again for having me on. It's been an absolute blast, and I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah,
and we'll get the whole team on here, man. They're all a hoot.
We'll definitely make it happen. Again, dude, it was an absolute honor. This episode will be out. Just give me about 30 minutes. It'll be out on Spotify, all the things, right? I'll tag you on the socials. I'll send you the direct link to as well. So, yeah, listen, on that note, man, I hope your guys' Easter is as proper mega as you guys are. Make sure you spend time with the loved ones, put the phones down, and enjoy the time together, right? It's very important. And again, dude, keep it in the sport. You know how many times, even my knucklehead friends, yes, I'm talking to you, you know exactly who you are. Quit ordering this shit off of Walmart, dude, for real. Like, dude, stop that shit. Stop it. What's up, babe?
Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I got up early.
You got off early.
Yep, it's Friday.
Lucky.
You're off, stupid.
You guys heard that, right? We're live. You hear the abuse I'm getting right now?
Oh, my
I got this live, girl. It's forever out there.
Yep.
She said, I don't care. Y'all see what I deal with, right?
we just got photobombed.
Straight photo. But usually 9 times out of 10, my son's here. He usually runs in here and makes it scene, which is awesome. I'm actually going to be, I'll be at Carolina Motorsports Park next weekend to do commentating for Azra. So I can't wait to see everybody there. And then that following weekend, I'll be at Road Atlanta for the Moto America races, and my son will be there too as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. Well, anyway, Justin,
if you ever get out to TVMA, man, we'll get you in for a pre-show interview or get you on the mic for a few minutes as a guest announcer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to have you out, man.
Yeah, me and you will definitely, we'll set it up and make it happen for sure. So
sounds good, brother.
All right, buddy, man.
Your time.
Yep. Nope. The honor's all mine. Make sure you tell everybody in your family I said hello. You have a great Easter, and I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Will do. Same to you. Thank you.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Later.
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.